So one of the things I want to get back into is more hand tools for a couple of different reasons. One, it's less noise. Two, it's a lot less dust. Three, since I'm going back to the shop being, I guess you could say, hobby, I kind of wanted to go back to a mix. Instead of all power tools, I wanted to learn my hand tools.
Not only make beautiful things, you make a healthier planet and a healthier you.
Now, one of the hand tools I'm wanting to learn more about is card scrapers. Now, when I first started, I did buy one. Never bought the sharpening kit for it. Ended up on using it to spread glue.
How dare you, sir?
That is not good. We are going to, I got two of these, and we're going to sharpen them both. That's why today the product review is going to be on this 3-in-1 cabinet scraper and sharpening tool from Rockler. Just so you know, I am not sponsored by Rockler or any of the companies that we're going to be doing the product review on today. This is my very first product review. I have not opened this box at all. This tape is still on there. We're going to open it up together. We're going to do it together. So let's get going.
Well, I have a microphone and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
Now, the reason why I'm making a big deal of the fact that it's been unopened is because this is what you call a convenience tool. It's a shop aid. And I want to make sure that it's unopened and that everything we do is on camera so you can see exactly how easy it is or isn't to use, how effective it is or isn't for someone who's just opening up and using it. All right, so when you get to this point here, take it out of the box. You have the sharpener itself. Looks like it comes, well, I guess we'll find out what that does. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with the burr. And each side is marked. So let's get the instructions out probably a little bit clearer. All right, so here are the instructions. Let's open it up. Now, I could be pretty stupid, so if I can read these things, then I'm going to assume anybody can.
I'm not a smart man.
Let me take a few minutes to read it, and then I'll break it down to you. Now, one of the things you're going to need is a vise. Dust this off. I have not used this. This was my dad, so I'm pretty excited to be able to use one of my dad's tools again. And then two, I'm going to put a little bit of tape right here just to protect the card scraper. It might not be necessary.
Necessary?
But I like to overcomplicate everything, so that's what I'm going to do. From what I understand, card scrapers have a tendency to dull quickly, especially when you use them a lot, because when you're going to use these mostly is for rough figure. Now, you can use it, like I plan on using it on my top here, and you can do it for stuff like that. But the main reason why I want it is for the rough figure on walnuts, anything like that. We got knots or just all kinds of swirlies and doodads. That's when this comes in handy the most, but you can use it for a lot of applications. Now, real quick, I don't have a cameraman, so I'm going to try to do everything in one shot. Don't know if I'll block anything. I got a big body. It's a small shot, but I'm going to do my best. Now, I don't have a marker, and I don't feel like going in the house to get one, so I'm going to take this tiny little piece of tape, and I'm going to put it on the side that I'm working on, so I constantly always reference the right size. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do our 15 passes. You make sure, according to the instructions, that the it shows you the side. So this is going to be right here. This is the side that's going to go against it, and we're like this. Try to keep it at 90 degrees, and we're going to do 15 passes. Now the next step's pretty easy. You flip it around to where the 2 is up against it like this. And we're going to do another 15 passes.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, that's 15 passes. And you could tell because it went a lot smoother that time. So it didn't feel like it was... And I could feel a little bit to it. All right, let's see what the next step is. All right, for the next few steps, we take it out of the vise. Now, so far, so good. When you're on the I guess step one, both of them you have to be very careful that you're keeping it at 90 degrees, so it's going to take some time. The other thing is that you can feel that on the first go around it catches more, probably because there's more work being done because it's a rougher cut. Then when you get a rougher sharp, and then when you get to the second step, it kind of, maybe because it's a higher grit or something, it goes a lot smoother. But that's the one where it can wobble. So just be careful. But if you pay attention to that, you should be fine. The next step, we're going to use the burr for the next two steps. All right, so the next step, make sure you know which side that you started with. And you see this right here, that's going to be a talk about another video, but so please ignore my mark here. And you want to make sure it's secure. You want to lay the rod to where it's flat, and then it says tilt it just a little bit and go like this. We're trying to draw the burr into a different direction. You can hear it. And finally, it says step 4 is to put it back in the vise. You want to flip it around. So, see, I messed up. I want that to be on the opposite side now, because now we're trying to flip the burr in the direction that we're going to be using it. And then that's when I use number 4, and it's supposed to be like this. All right, let's see how it's working now. I checked it off camera because, well, honestly, I had to kind of look up how to use one of these. But you want to put a little bit of an arc to it. Make sure that the side where the burr is turned to on the final, so the side that you started off with, which is the way you have it. I'm going to mark this with the marker. And then you should get something that looks like a shaving. Like that. At least I think so.
To me, that's beautiful.
All right, so the finish right here is pretty smooth. It's cut board smooth, which I wish I would have had one of these before. I could have saved myself a lot of time sanding. So out of 5 stars, I give it 4.5. The only issue I see with it is that don't know how long it would last. I guess I'll find out. Depends how many times I use my card scrapers, how many times I have to sharpen them. But it's easy to use. The instructions were clear, and I'm clumsy. I messed up. I know that I went a little too fast. So the smooth these particular card scrapers are fantastic. They get a little bit of give to them. They start to hurt my hands at the end there, but once again, I'm not used to them. So. But for someone who's never used one, I was getting shavings pretty much out right after I sharpened it and took them out of the little hand carriers. So I'm impressed. And I think my next project that I do is gonna use card scrapers one way or the other. I mean, I got them. I'm pretty excited about using them. So that's it. That's my review. I think it's worth the $25 I spent for it. And I'll see you again.
Nobody cares, Sean. Nobody cares.